Adhyay 4. The Lord said, "It was I who taught the eternal yoga to the sun, who then taught it to Manu, who taught it to Ikshvak." Derived from the tradition, this yoga was known to sages of royal state, but at this point, O the destroyer of force, it declined and was almost extinct. That is the timeless yoga which I now impart to you, because you are my devotee and beloved friend, and because this yoga embodies a supreme mystery. Arjun said, "Since Vivasvat was born in the distant antiquity, and your birth is only recent, how am I to believe that you had taught yoga to him?" The Lord said, "O Arjun, you and I have passed through innumerable births, but O vanquisher of foes, whereas you do not have memory of your previous birth, I do. Although imperishable, birthless, and gods of all beings, I manifest myself, subduing the materialistic world of nature by the mysterious power of Atmamaya. Whenever, O Bharat, righteousness declines and unrighteousness is rampant, I manifest myself. I manifest myself from age to age to defend the pious, destroy the wicked, and strengthen them. He who has perceived the essence of my radiant incarnations and work, O Arjun, is never born again after discarding his body and dwells in me, free from passion and anger, wholly dedicated to me, finding shelter in me, and purified by knowledge and penance. Many have realized my being. O Parth, as men worship me, even so do I accept them, and knowing this, the wise follow me in every way. Desiring fruits of their action, men worship manifold gods, for the rewards of action are then earned quickly. Although I have created the four classes, Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra, according to innate properties and action, know me, the immutable, as a non-doer. I am unsullied by action, and because I am not attached to it, and they who are aware of this are in the like fashion unfettered by action. Since it is with this wisdom that men aiming at salvation from worldly existence have also performed action in earlier times, you should follow the example of your predecessors. Even wise men are confused about the nature of action and actionlessness, and so I shall explain the meaning of action to you well, so that knowing it you may be emancipated from evil. It is essential to know that the nature of action, as well as of actionlessness, and also that of meritorious action, for the ways of action are inscrutable. One who can perceive non-action in action and action in non-action is a wise man and an accomplished doer of perfect action. The Lord said, "Even the learned call that man a sage of all whose actions are free from the desire and will burnt to ashes by the fire of knowledge. Independent of the world, ever contented and renouncing all attachments to action, as well as its fruits, such a man is free from the action, even while he is engaged in it. He who has conquered his mind and senses, and given up all objects of sensual pleasure, does not partake of sin, even when his body seems to be engaged in action. Contented with what comes to him unsought, he who is indifferent to happiness and sorrow, free from envy, and even-minded in success and failure, is a man of equanimity, enslaved by action, even when he performs it. When a man is free from attachment, his mind rests firmly in the knowledge of God, and when his actions are like the yajna made to God, he is truly emancipated, and all action cease to be." The Lord said, "Since both the dedications and the oblations are God, and it is God-like teacher who offers the oblation to the fire, which is also God, the attainment too of the man whose mind is set on God-like action is God himself. Some yogis perform yajna forced to divine impulses, whereas some other yogis after the sacrifice of yajna to the fire of God, while some offer their hearings and the other senses as sacrifice to the fire of self-restraint, others offer speech and other sense objects to the fire of the sun. Yet other yogi offer the functions of their senses and operations of their life breathe to the fire of yoga kindled by the knowledge. Just as many perform yoga by making material gifts in service of the world, some other men perform yoga through physical mortification, some perform the sacrifice of yoga, and yet others who practice severe austerities perform yoga through the study of scriptures. As some offers their exhalation to inhalation, other offers their inhaled breath to the exhaled breath, while yet others practice serenity of breath by regulating their incoming and outgoing breath. Yet others who subsist on strictly regulated breath and offer their breath to breath and life to life are all knowers of yajna, and the sense of all who have known yajna are destroyed. O the best of Guru, the yogi who have tasted the nectar flowing from yajna attain to the eternal supreme God. But how can the next life of men, prefect of yajna, be happy when even their life in this world is miserable? Many such yajna are laid down by the Veda, but they all germinate and grow from the ordained action, and performing their various steps, you will be free from worldly bondage. The Lord said, sacrifice through wisdom is, O Prantav, in every way superior to sacrifices made with material objects, because all action ceases in knowledge, their culmination. Obtain their knowledge through reverence, inquiry, and innocent solicitation, and the sages who are aware of reality will initiate you into it. Knowing which, O son of Pandu, you will never again be a prey like this to attachment, and equipped with this knowledge, you will see all beings within yourself and then within me. Even if you are the most heinous sinner, the arc of knowledge will carry you safely across all the evils. As blazing fire turns fuel to ashes, so verily, O Arjun, the fire of knowledge reduces all the actions to the ashes. Doubtlessly, nothing in this world is more purifying than this knowledge, and your heart will realize it spontaneously when you have attained to perfection on the way of action. The worshipper of true faith who has subdued his senses attains to this knowledge, and at the very moment he is rewarded with the benediction of supreme peace. For a skeptic, bereft of faith and knowledge, who strays from the path of righteousness, there is happiness neither in this world nor in the text. He loses both the worlds. O Dhananjay, action cannot bind the man who relies on God and who has surrendered all his actions to him by the practice of Karma Yoga, and all whose doubts have been put to rest by knowledge. So, O Bharat, dwell in Yoga and stand up to cut down this irresolution that has entered in your heart because of ignorance with the steel of knowledge.